President, that if it were not for the United States, European countries would be speaking German. Dare I say that if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking French.
And that is His Majesty King Charles III with a playful jab at President Trump during the president's state dinner at the White House this last week for their majesties, after the president said European allies have not paid their fair share in defense since World War II. King Charles making reference to Britain and France fighting over control of North America before U.S. independence nearly 250 years ago. Joining me now on this unbreakable bond between the U.S. and the U.K. as America gears up to celebrate her 250th birthday is the British ambassador to the United States, Sir Christian Turner. Sir Christian Turner, great to have you this morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Maria. Great to be with you.
And I think it was really on display, the friendship that His Majesty has with President Trump, with their warm exchanges. Your reaction to the visit, and I must note that during His Majesty's remarks, he did not mention Iran.
Well, Maria, we couldn't be happy with how this week has gone. I mean, I'm still slightly numb to have been in the middle of this extraordinary historic moment, celebrating the 250th birthday celebrations, really, and this extraordinary bond between our two countries. We were both there at the state banquet together on Tuesday night, and that humour, that personal warmth between these two leaders, you can really see that in my business, politics, diplomacy, it's about personal relations. But as well as that high pageantry in Washington, their majesties were in New York. We had somber moments at the 9/11 memorial at Arlington, and then some fantastic time with ordinary Americans, communities out at Front Royal in Virginia. So put together, it really has been a very special and extraordinary week. The king, of course, he constitutionally sits above politics. He is head of state, but he's not head of government. So he didn't get into detailed conversations in his public remarks about Iran. But let me assure you, for the British government, as their representative here, we are absolutely resolved with the same goal as the US, and the remarks we were just hearing from Secretary Bessent. This is a country that has been exporting terror. We cannot allow them to have a nuclear weapon. We really want to keep the pressure up on them economically, militarily, so that we can find a way out of this conflict. We can have a negotiation that leads to the Straits of Hormuz being open again, which will benefit all of our economies.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible because President Trump has a way of using his charm and warmth to actually affect policy. He brags a lot that he has been able to help end 8 wars, and he's trying to do it on the 9th war as well. But I think His Majesty has a similar trait where he has this warmth that it actually can change minds. The U.S. and the United Kingdom are NATO's core military backbone. Ambassador, what do you want to say about NATO's reaction to President Trump's calls to get involved in the war on Iran? And what do you think about the relations across the board between the U.S., the U.K., and other NATO allies?
Well, you're right on that warmth, and what His Majesty did last week is remind us of how enduring those ties are. The phrase special relationship was first used by Winston Churchill in Fulton, Missouri in 1946. And I think the point His Majesty was making is that ours is a relationship of reconciliation, of renewal. And today we have to focus on our hard interests. Britain is the largest investor in 21 states in the U.S. These military ties, they're important. And I should be clear, Maria, that although we had a disagreement at the start of this conflict about our involvement since then, Britain has been allowing its bases to be used by American aircraft every night, flying out of Fairford in East Anglia. We have been flying our jets in the Middle East as part of this campaign to defend our allies. Over 2,000 sorties by British jets. That's the largest number in 15 years. Of course, our intelligence relationship. And now I'm pleased to say that my government announced last night that one of our strongest warships, HMS Dragon, is sailing to the region with these Sea Viper missiles it has. So I think we are very much part of this story. For NATO, Maria, I think, look, we must remember this is a defensive alliance. The only time Article 5 has been invoked was after 9/11. So we think this alliance as well is enduring and that it matters. And President Trump deserves the credit You know, he is the one who's been calling on European countries, mine included, to up its defence spending. And I'm pleased to say that's exactly what we're doing. So you've seen a doubling in European defence spend since 2014. You've seen my country now rising its defence spend to the largest level since the Cold War. So it's right we should share our part of that burden.
Yeah, it's a great point, particularly as the Iranians are misleading the world, first saying we don't have any long-range missiles and then sending a missile to the Chagos Islands, Diego Garcia. And, of course, we all need to be open-eyed about the realities on the ground. Ambassador, it was such an honor to meet you at the state dinner, and I hope you'll come back and be a friend of this program often. Thank you, sir.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.